school today. Oh, it's going to the ignition table. We're at Mohawk College in the Mechatronics Lab. You can see I did not take Mechatronics in college. Mohawk is having an open house. You can go to the website to find out all the information about all the different colleges and all the different campuses that you can go to, all the different classes you could take rather. So it's time to start planning a future. Why would somebody get into this type of realm?
Anybody who's got an interest in kind of like robotics, if you've played with Lego, if you've wanted to take a toy apart and see how it works, if you like watching buildings get built and be like, hey, I'm interested in that process.
Yeah.
If you've ever watched something like BattleBots and you're like, hey, I want to get into that.
This would be a good.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have a student here who is responsible for helping to build the app that is controlling the robot that was just speaking to Luke.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
Yes, all right. So Christo is a member of the applied research program course that he's doing. So it's him and a group of 9 students. They were given almost nothing to start with and given the goal of build an app on the robot, make it do something. And over the few short months, they were able to work together and come up with something. They had pitfalls. They spent time not just in class, but they were communicating outside. They'd be cheering when they got something to work if they'd been struggling with it. And yeah, it's just been an amazing process for them, and just to see the amount of progress that they've made, not just on the app, but personally and educationally. It's
for
great.
sure, to work in that type of community with their peers and accomplish something together, like on a real team.
Yep.
Speaking about on a team, where would they use this type of knowledge in real life situations? So what kind of job would they be hoping to get when they come out of here?
So the sky's the limit. The world is changing so much. We've got automation going everywhere. And we need people to invent, to install, and to repair and maintain this kind of stuff. So anybody in the mechatronics, that's kind of the way that they're going to be able to go, to be able to work on those robots and help out with that. And software, again, they can work wherever.
Sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit.
Totally.
Yeah, everything's on computers nowadays. So who's maintaining?
These are the people that we want to hire now.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, it's very true. Okay, well, thanks so much for having us in your lab, and you do a very good job of making sure that the students don't break it, and that's your job. When they do break it, you fix it?
Yeah, I get to fix all the things that they break.
That's the fun thing about being a student, right? You can be like, whoops, I guess I get to try it again, take it out of that real world scenario. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks so much, Patrick. It's been a lot of fun in here today, and our tour of Mohawk continues, coming up right here on Morning Live. Okay, we have made it to the health, wellness, and fitness area here at Mohawk College. They're holding a bunch of open houses. So if you're thinking about your future and what you want to do next and taking that next step, head to the Mohawk website, because they do have all of the locations there and all the different programs that you can take. And one of them, I'm standing here with Mark now, health, wellness, and fitness. I'm a student. I love to work out. I love to be active. Is this something that I should be wanting to get involved in?
Definitely. The Health, Wellness, Fitness program is a great program for anybody that's looking to get into the health and fitness world in a lot of different aspects. We have a ton of great faculty and technologists here that make this program what it is. It's a great opportunity for you to learn all of the different things involved in fitness, health, nutrition, and wellness, and become a well-rounded professional that's going to go out into the community and do very well in any kind of job that you get from this field.
Okay, so tell me about some of the jobs that you can get graduating from this program.
Perfect. So you can become a health coach, you could become a personal trainer, you could become a nutritionist, an entrepreneur, and a lot of our students actually progress and they go to university as well. So if you're just unsure of where you want to go to university, our program's a great pathway to there as well.
But you know that you really love health and wellness, you're just not really sure how you're going to specialize in it.
Correct, exactly.
Okay, now we've got a student here. This thing intimidates me. What is it?
So this is a TRX suspension trainer. So this is a great tool to improve kind of your ability to use your body weight.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different drills that we can do on this. today
It's
we're.
kind of like a CrossFit thing.
This is not a CrossFit thing.
It
This
kind
is
of
not a
reminds me of
CrossFit
something
thing.
like a CrossFit thing.
No, it is not. But it's a great piece of equipment that you can actually put in your house, or you can have it in a gym, and you can do a variety of different exercises.
Okay.
So what we did today is we have an exercise lab here for exercise techniques,
Yeah.
where we teach our students all about the major movements of the body. Okay,
Cool.
so we teach them how to squat, lift, pull, press, and
Yeah.
stuff to do with their torso. So Rohan today is going to show us how to do suspension pulling motion.
Okay.
Why would we do this? Why is this good?
Yeah.
This is going to improve our back musculature, so this is going to make us be able to stand up straighter.
posture.
And it helps with posture, exactly. That's one of the main benefits.
All right, let's see you do it.
So let's see, Rohan.
See what you got. It looks like it's going to hurt.
It is not going to hurt. It is fun. So you see here, he has to control his own body weight as
Yeah.
he lowers himself down.
Yeah.
And then he pulls himself up to the trainer.
Oh, okay.
So he's activating all of the muscles in his back here. He's also staying very active through his torso and his core.
Right.
So it's really a whole body movement, even though it is really challenging his back.
His back and upper
Yeah.
body strength. Well, that's
Yeah.
so neat. Okay, well, thanks, Mark, for having us in the gym. It's such a great facility here, and you can tell your students, they really like it. They're a good community, and they were
Yes.
having a lot of laughs when we first came in.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I definitely think this is something that a lot of people will want to get into. Our tour of the campus will continue, so stay with us here on Morning Live. Well, you can guess where we've made our way. We've made our way to the automotive shop here at Mohawk College. They're having a big open house. You can check out their website for all of the days and the times and all the programs that they offer here. But this is such a cool facility, and this is part of the original courses that they offered here at Mohawk. So the Automotive Lab is huge. Bob is hanging out. Come on over here, Bob.
Hey guys, welcome.
And tell us a little bit about what these students are doing here on this car.
Awesome, thanks. So these students here are working on what we call mass airflow sensor. So they're actually diagnosing and making sure the sensor is working correctly.
Okay.
As you know, technology evolves daily in this industry. Technology changes nonstop.
Yeah.
So we're grateful for partners to help us do innovation strategies to help keep us up with technology. And that's what these students are here doing.
Okay, so what can people work on when they come into the Automotive Lab? They can literally build a car from the ground up. Can they
Yeah,
not?
almost, yeah. So our programs actually will have multiple spans. So
Okay.
we do automotive, truck and coach, auto body. We cover quite a few areas. And we're getting now into autonomous vehicles along with other vehicles like EV strategies, smart mobility. There's all kinds of things we're constantly evolving into. So it's been great. The trades are hot right now. So.
Now, what kind of student would be interested in taking something like this? Like if you just are cool, like into cars, and you think cars are neat, you like engines, you like things that go fast, this would be a type of program to encourage people to get into?
Absolutely, absolutely. This trade is phenomenal. We love it because there's so many options for people to get involved. Anywhere from parts management to auto body to estimating, insurance, repair.
Yeah, because you don't necessarily have to be getting your hands dirty all the time.
Correct. With today's vehicles, like you got an EV at the back there, a lot of the EV vehicles here, most of our technology now is computer-based. So you got to do with computers. So you got lots of options for this trade. It's widespread.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory of what types of jobs that you could get while coming out of this program. But take me through a couple that people may not realize.
Yeah, so there's two main methods into automotive, for example. One is apprenticeship, called AST, and that's where you get a job at a garage facility there, and they hire you as an apprentice, and you come to school and earn your apprenticeship that way. The other method is called post-secondary, which is a college program, so you sign up for college like a regular college student and earn your apprenticeship here that way. And it's basically called motor power technician, and you come out with a diploma on top of that, and your apprenticeship is partially done. So it's a great program to get into the trades.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
hear a lot of people they get job offers even before they graduate from the program.
Right now, this trade is crazy for jobs.
All right.
The industry is telling us all the time, right? Like you see here, we rely on industry to
Yeah.
help us
Yeah.
keep innovative and current. They're telling us right now we can't get enough people.
Really?
The jobs are high paying and lots of them.
Well, there you have
Right.
it. So if you're into cars and you're looking for something to focus your next move on, or if you're thinking about your future and what your next steps need to be, check out the website. Go to Mohawk and maybe come to one of the open houses that they're hosting. Well, it's not all fun and games here at Mohawk College, even though it appears to be when you come in here. Now this place is so cool. It's all about video game design. I look at the camera like I'm actually looking at you, even though you can't see my face, but I can see you. VR headset, so cool. Raphael is joining me in this space. Tell me a little bit about the program.
Sure. So our game design program here at Mohawk is a 3-year advanced diploma where students really get hands-on experience with the game design process, the tools and equipment that go with that, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so if I want to come here, why should I take this program? Is it because I'm interested in video games?
Well, our definition of games is really broad. So video games is definitely part of that, right? Your digital games, but we're also thinking like mobile games, physical games. So, card games, board games, escape
old school
rooms.
games, the ones that like I would remember from my childhood.
But we're also talking about things like, we're here in the XR lab, so things like
so
AR
cool.
and VR. But we're also thinking things like serious games, so games that tackle social challenges and that kind of stuff, as well as just sort of like gamification. Like how do you make a bank app fun, for instance?
A bank app fun.
Right? So taking game design skills and applying it to sort of any kind of problem that you might have.
In like a real world.
Yeah.
Society. Now, I understand that this program, when it was designed, inclusivity was something that people really thought about.
Yeah, so when we look at sort of like the historical context of the core games industry, there's been a lot of issues. And we're trying to address that with the way that we're sort of building the program and embedding these values directly in the courses that we have so that students come out with skills specifically on like how do you build inclusive teams? How do you make games that are accessible to everyone? How do you ensure that your games represent not just one kind of audience, but sort of everyone, and how do you reach all those different people? That
is a very cool thing that you're doing, because let's face it, the workforce is changing and you want to make sure that everybody can be involved, and the technology that is sprouting from this is phenomenal. What's this? Like, this looks like a puzzle to me.
Yeah, so this is a physical prototype of a digital game. So the idea is that when it comes to game design, there are a lot of ways you can approach things, but digital games are really hard and expensive to make. So for the design process, when you're trying to figure out what does that look like, what is it going to be, you can start by doing things really cheaply if you do something physical. So for instance, you can start with just pencils and paper, right? Like
how cheap you're gonna get,
right? So you can start with, just like here's
drawing it out,
like a hex grid, right? So just drawing things out, trying to figure out, what does that look like? What is it going to be? How might it work, right? And then you can bring that to, you can just print stuff out, cut it out, color it. This is like one step beyond that of like, okay, we've tested some things out. We understand what we want players to do, how they're going to feel. So let's make some pieces, and some boards, and actually get people, physically together and just play it out. So this was made at our DCC, so the Digital Creativity Center.
I love that it was all made on campus as well, and from there it just keeps on going. So if this is something that you think you're going to be interested in, if you're thinking about those next steps into your future, check out the Mohawk College website, and you can find out all the information you need about the open houses that they're having. You can decide which campus you want to go to, how many programs that they have, what kind of courses you can take, just like this one. Thanks so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it was a pleasure.
It was awesome.